Hello and welcome everybody to this week's edition of the Edmonds Racing TV show. It's Friday the 7th of January. Happy New Year, everybody. Wishing you all the health and happiness in 2021 and of course many, many winners for our owners. Toby and Trent Edmonds join us. Guys, focused on sort of racing goals for 2021. We're at 5 out of 12 months down in this season so far. You guys are well on track to best your Metro win record for the 6th consecutive season. You got some lovely chances coming up on Magic Millions Day, just 8 days away, and one of the favourites for the Magic Millions Churchill Classic in Alpine Edge. Tobe, fair to say the team's well placed heading into 2021.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the year, and we just need to keep that continuing. I think you'll find it could slow down a little bit in the first 6 weeks of the new year after our carnival's over, in that transition stage where the horses behind these lot of horses come in. So it could just slow down a little bit, but once they get fit and they've had their trials and that, we'll get going again. But in for a little bit of a slow time for the first month or so after next week, I'd say. Understood
as you build back up to the Winter Carnival. Makes total sense. And everyone wants to know how is Alpine Edge the second favourite for the Magic Millions 2-year-old?
He's spot on. And he's going to gallop in between races tomorrow at the Gold Coast, depending on weather or the track, but it may not even hurt him just to go. And even if it is a bit dodgy, the track just to, if it's wet for the following Saturday, I'll just give him a chance to get his toe in the ground and see how he handles that. So as long as it's not a bog, I'd say we'll be galloping in between races. But he's good. Can't fault him. He's had a trouble-free couple of weeks since the George Moore or Bruce McLaughlin, sorry. And looking forward to next Sunday now.
Yeah, no, gee, that's super exciting. So just an update there, Alpine Edge to gallop in between races here at the Gold Coast, in between races 2 and 3, which are the 2 2-year-old races tomorrow. So plenty of proper 2-year-old action at the Gold Coast racetrack tomorrow. Can't wait. Trent, Tuesday, big set of trials at home again. Another couple of Magic Millions contenders went around in Hard Empire and USMANOV. They go to the Magic Millions Sprint. What did you make of their trials?
USMANOV I thought was exceptional. Hard Empire was good also. He was losing a bit of ground on the winner, but he was I think that was the trial he probably needed. Jumped and run a bit fresh. I think you'll see a different horse race day under race conditions, pressure on, and just ridden for comfort. And he will race well again.
Very, very good. And with that big set of trials, a few fresh faces there at the trials. Anything else that stood out to you from the trials?
Really like the horse that we just got from Melbourne, lightly raced, OURCONI, brand new one. It's just come up. I thought he was good. The tempo was really slow, and he done a little bit wrong back in behind. Wanted to get over racing a little bit because they were going 3/4 pace in front, but still was able to finish off under not a great deal of urging and win the trial. So I think he's had 5 starts for a win and a second. I would expect him to add to that record pretty quickly up here.
Very good. He's race fit. He's come up here race fit, so he goes to a race now somewhere?
Yeah, that was basically, we haven't had him for long. That was his actual first gallop. He's gone a couple of bits 3/4 pace, and we galloped him up for the first time in that trial. Just to let him tick over and have a look at him, and trial beautifully, come through it well, and we'll just knock him into shape a little bit more now while finding a race.
Very good. And anything else that caught your eye, Tobe, at the trials?
I like Smooth Move. He was quite hot and frustrated before the trial, and there's twice now he's trialled up good. So he looks to be going quite good to me. He's come through the trial nicely. He's ready to go to the races shortly. So keep an eye out for him.
Excellent. All right. Smooth Move for the Archer Park team. Of course, had a great win with Smart and Sexy through the week. Also, congratulations to the Altieri family with Gdansk winning on stable debut yesterday. And the SATINE owners, of course, started the new year off in the best possible fashion, winning on the 1st of January. So well done to everyone there. All right, team. Well, let's look ahead now. We're on our home track for the Wave Day. the precursor to the big Magic Millions Day here on the Gold Coast. Lots of nice races on the card, big fields, great betting races, plenty of thrilling finishes to be served up, of course, and a couple of 2-year-old events where the 2-year-olds are getting their last crack to qualify for the big $2 million Magic Millions 2-year-old Classic. So some great racing on. We've got plenty of representation. Kicking off in the opening race, Toby with Satine. Just mentioned she won on the 1st, so a week ago she won. Robbie Frad on. She's drawn a bit tricky over the 1,200 metres here, but it's a nice $75,000 race where we can test her a bit stiff for company.
Yeah, look, drawn poorly, so we're just going to monitor scratchings today. She is owned by the Turf Club, all their members, so Anne Brown was quite keen for her to run, so we're just going to have to monitor scratchings. I don't want to run her if she's just going to have a gut buster just for the sake of her going around. So
yeah, I agree.
What we'll do, we'll just monitor, the weather obviously, and what goes on there, and whether we do run or we don't. But she's come through the run last Friday really, really well, and she hasn't had to do any training at all. We just kept her ticking over this week, so she's fit and ready to go. Just unfortunately drawn poorly, so she may wait for another day.
Alrighty, and just on the track, Tobe, it's a good 4. I know we've had a sprinkle of rain here and there. We might get a little touch more today, but you think the track should be perfect tomorrow?
Just having a look at it. So, and we have got some over.
Start that again.
Yeah, you're just freezing up there. You just froze up then. I'll do that again. So if you want to just carry on from where I said about how do you expect the track to play?
Okay. Look, I don't think it'd be a good 4 right at the moment. I think it'd be a 5 or a 6 at the moment. And we've got a little bit of rain or weather around this morning. So it's going to really depend on what happens today. So it certainly won't be firm. I can guarantee tomorrow's track won't be as hard as the summer tracks are. So we're going to get a good cushion. So, but geez, if the weather holds off today, I think the track will race perfectly. To be truthful, it should be good. But if we get a bit of weather, it will chop out pretty quick. So let's hope the weather stays away today, and we have fair surface.
Very good. Okay, weather watch today here on the Gold Coast. We go straight from race 1 to race 2. WALTZ, Hinchinbrook filly. She's already a 2-year-old winner, now owned by Mr. Ben Kwok, and sort of trying to get herself qualified for the Magic Millions through the Aquis Gold Pearl trend.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Bruce. And it is a bit of a shot at the stumps. To be fair, went around the middle of the track over the half-mile at Ipswich the other day, and they were a bit too nippy for her. So if she gets a run, I would expect her to race a little bit better at 1,100. She might just be able to relax that a little bit better, and we just don't pester her, leave her alone early, and then let her find the line. And, she'll race well. Whether or not she's probably up to some of those sharper fillies remains to be seen, but if she could sneak into a placing, that'd be great.
For sure. And she's on her home track, I suppose, which is a positive. And she's fitting well, very fit. She'd be as fit as anything going around. She's been up for a while, so you'd be happy with her there. Whose rides, mate, just quickly?
Still waiting on that. Just not 100% just yet. We're firstly waiting to get a run, and then we'll sort of ride her out post that.
Understood. Okay, very good. We move on then to race 4, the Magic Millions Country Cup, a $240,000 race over 1,200 metres, and the 2K Thoroughbreds team, they will be up and about unconditional. Couldn't draw a barrier this preparation and pulled out a 3 there for Saturday's race. Robbie Frad takes a ride, a $10 chance in a rich race. Yeah,
he's trained nicely since his good Warwick second. Actually galloped with ALPINE on Tuesday morning, and galloped up lovely. He went great. So on the course proper there, and had a good look out there, and went beautifully. So we can't have him going any better. We have trained him to peak 3rd up. We thought he was a little bit behind at his first couple of runs this prep, where he was good both times, and he's tuned right up and ready to go. Tough race, but certainly got a good each way chance, I feel.
Fantastic. Good luck to all the 2K owners there. He's looks very, very well placed and primed for that Country Cup. So good luck to the owners. Race 6 is the Magic Millions Rising Stars, the Class 4 for fillies and mares. Just talking about this wonderful Magic Millions Carnival on our home track. Another $240,000 race, Beach Break. Engaged here, Trent. She's drawn awkwardly 15, but Jim Byrne takes a ride and she's in the market. She's $11 in a very open race.
Yeah, it certainly is. A couple of those Sydney siders look pretty smart, but as we always say, they've got to get up here and travel up and settle in to race well. And that doesn't often happen. Well, doesn't always happen, I should say, sorry. Our filly, we know that she's in great form. She goes 6 weeks between runs by design. We felt that if she was to have another run before or from her last run till today, first of all, if she was to win, then she's ineligible because she's too high a class. And secondly, she'd had a bit of a longish sort of prep. Anyhow, she had a couple of runs in pretty quick succession for her. So we backed right off her for a couple of weeks and then built her back into fitness. Hasn't missed any work. Galloping super, particularly last Saturday's piece of work on the fibre sand here, I thought was outstanding. Has drawn horribly, but I would suggest we're second half of the field. Probably look to follow a horse like Pull Anchor into the race or something. It'll be back with us and it can unleash a good finish when it's ridden steady as well. So we'll be back there in the ruck. Need a little bit of luck sort of getting down the middle of the track. And another thing I'd be maybe a little bit sceptical of is if it does whack down with some rain, if she gets through sort of a pretty rain-affected track. But we've done our job. We can't control the weather, so there's no point worrying about it. She goes there for some good prize money and she's in tremendous nick. So fingers crossed it doesn't get too wild with the weather, and I'm sure she'll produce a huge race again.
Yeah. Well, good luck to the owners of Beach Break there. We move on to the Colts and Geldings version of the Magic Millions Rising Stars. RUUCA engaged here from a much more favourable barrier 3, Toby.
Yeah, Bruce. RUUCA was a great run the other day, over 1100 at Doomben. He got a long way out of his ground and went around them and ran super. We decided to stretch him out to 1300 this week, due to the prize money in the class of race, and give him his chance in something like this. He's drawn beautifully he'll probably get back. We'll ride him as we do, and if the track is playing that way inclined where the horses are charging home, he'll be one that will be, I feel. And he's gone good enough. His gallop last Saturday morning was great, went really super. So I'd suggest he's a good each way chance, although I think the horse of
the top weight astrologist is going to be really hard to beat.
Also going to be hard to beat. So it's got great form. It's going to be awfully hard to beat, but give us a good each way chance.
Very good. He's paying good each way money anyway at the moment, $18. So have a look there. Follow Toby, and there's drawn well. RUUCA and in very, very good form. In the next race, the race 8, it's the feature race of the day, the Tab Wave, 1,800 metres, $250,000. Indian Dreamer was enormous last time out at Eagle Farm, Trent, and he comes in here, mate, on the backup and has drawn a barrier 1, Robbie Frad. Yeah,
certainly has. Put him over some jumps this morning, which you'll see some footage of here. And it's just to do a bit something for him mentally rather than physically, obviously, just to sharpen him up a bit. Was huge the other day. Fastest final 400, fastest final 200 of the whole entire meeting. That was including group races of much shorter journeys. So he's obviously going super. Blinkers go back on, just as I mentioned, just to try and sharpen him that wee little bit. We're very happy with him. He's had a light week, staying at the 1800. Home track, barrier 1. I'd love to see him just be a little bit closer in the run. And just leave himself with a lot less to do. It's a very hard field, but certainly deserves his place off his recent form. And for the Lucky Clover guys who are in sensational form themselves with their horses, I mean, he's going really well. Probably needs a little bit of luck in running in what is a stiff field, but definite one each way chance for sure.
No, very good. Drawn as well as he has all prep. $20. Nice each way chance there for a horse that will love the trip on his home track and is in terrific form. Very good luck to the Lucky Clover team there. The lucky last, this will be a bit of fun. Tobe, some colourful characters involved here, including Fisticuffs, including Tommy Radonicus, John Singleton, and Glenn Boss taking the mount from a colourful barrier 20.
Yeah, we haven't done too well with the barrier. A couple of these are drawn terribly, but look, Fisticuffs is Fisticuffs. He gets back anyway, and late in the day they might be flashing down the outside hopefully, and Bossy on board, he can pull off a gun ride, so that's what he's going to need to do. Horse is going well. He's in good form. He's a horse that doesn't have much luck, and once again he's drawn poorly, so hoping, more than confident, but hoping.
Hoping Bossy can pull out one of those G1 rides.
A similar ride to Private Steer in the Doncaster would be good, Glenn, if you're watching. Please help us out.
Lovely, and a nice big old salute at the winning post too. It'd be great in those colours.
20 years ago, but that's okay.
Very good. I saw you talking tactics to Duncan Grimley there at the complex, so things will be well organised for Fisticuffs there in race 9. Good luck to the team there. All right, guys, that time of the week, a best bet, please, Toby and Trent.
You go, Toe.
Best bets are hard. Beach break each way.
Can I have 2?
Gee whiz, yep, go for it. The more winners you can find, the better.
Unconditional for the 2K boys in the Country Cup. They're as open as the heads as always, but he's going great. And each way, all day, RUUCA.
RUUCA, there you go. All right, race 4, 6, and 7 there. Unconditional, Beach Break, and RUUCA. Nice pushes for each of those guys. Big fields, competitive racing, but horses lining up in great form. So good luck to all the owners there. We're at Magic Millions, back out to the complex, trying to find the future stars and Magic Millions contenders of the future. So if you have any interest, please do get in touch. But otherwise, we're off to graft away and go and find those stars. Cheers, guys.
Good luck. Thanks, Bruce.
Thanks, Dave.